Category 3 Hurricane Idalia barreled towards the western Florida coastline with winds of upwards of 130 miles per hour and a potential storm surge of 12 to 16 feet. I wanted to safely capture this, so I put up one of my camera probes near the town of Steinhatchee, Florida. This area appeared most likely to be on the onshore flow side of the storm, meaning all of the water from the Gulf would be pushed up onto the coast and up the Steinhatchee River. This is the view from the Jenna boat ramp on Wednesday morning, and just across the way you can see the Sea Hag Marina as well as a few additional buildings. As the hurricane slides just to the north of town, the onshore flow increases and we can see the tide start to shift. The water that was flowing down the river towards the ocean is now being completely shifted back and it's rising quickly. The storm surge is now fully underway and damage is starting to occur. A dock from the marina across the river becomes unhitched and slams into some other ones, and debris from nearby houses is starting to float by. The storm surge is now at its peak height of about 7 or 8 feet, and the water level is just below the camera. About a mile up the river from where this probe is, my friends Jonathan Petramala and Brandon Clement captured numerous boats as they smashed into the bridge to town. As the hurricane moved off, the storm surge started to retreat, but at a much slower pace than it came in. Homes and businesses along the coastline had to deal with hours of flowing water, and many of them sustained major water damage or collapsed entirely. You might be noticing that despite all the water, the hurricane force conditions do not seem that bad. This is because the southern side of the storm where the onshore flow was pretty much devoid of convection or thunderstorm development. Most of that was confined to the northern side of the eye wall near the town of Perry, Florida, and this is where we chose to ride out the storm.
Zoom in on your phone. Zoom in.
Let's give this just a quick clip. Horseshoe Beach, just south of Steinhatchee, received by far the worst impacts from this storm. We drove through the small coastal community just 48 hours before the storm hit. While the storm was certainly one for the record books, being the strongest to hit the area in the modern era, it could have been much worse. The storm started going through an eyewall replacement cycle just before making landfall and weakened some. That about does it for this storm, but we're still just getting into the very peak of the hurricane season, so subscribe to this channel if you want to see more content like this. Stay safe, everybody, and I'll catch you all out there on the next one.